it's Catherine from New England Surrogacy. We're checking in on this beautiful summer day. Finally, summer has come to New Hampshire. Hoping it stays like this. It's supposed to rain possibly this afternoon, but whatever. If we can get a good few hours of sun, I'm happy with that. So today I want to talk about a topic that's a little bit different. We've been getting some questions about what's going on in New York. So technically, New York is not in New England, as we all know, but what the legislation that's going on in New York does in fact impact New England surrogates. And so what's happening in New York is that they are looking at a bill that's in the legislature right now that would completely modernize the surrogacy laws of of New York. So in New York. And so what it would do is would make compensated surrogacy legal in New York. Right now, it's illegal to enter into a contract for compensated surrogacy. And a whole lot of implications for surrogates in New York, obviously. So if this bill is passed by the legislature and signed with regards to the law, New England surrogates, I'm getting these new words all mixed up. New England surrogates, those folks that live right on the New York border, so in Vermont, Massachusetts, and Connecticut, those of you who live right on the New York border and want to cross the border for your prenatal care and your delivery, that would be possible. You would be able to work with a New York obstetrician and deliver at a New York hospital. Yay, that's great. Also, you border folks, I live near a border, so I get it. You cross back and forth on a regular basis. Maybe the other state has, the stores that you need to go to. You would be able to cross the border during your pregnancy and not have to worry about accidentally giving birth in New York. That would be a wonderful thing. We'd be so happy to see that. But there's going to be implications also for surrogates who are not living right on the border states. And so one thing is that surrogates in any of the New England states would be able to travel to New York to get an embryo transfer. So right now, because of the New York law, there are only a few clinics in New York that will do embryo transfers on a compensated surrogate. So that would change, and it would really give more options to intended parents to make their embryos in New York, leave the embryos in New York, and have their gestational carrier travel to New York for the screening and then come back for another trip to get the embryo transfer done. So that's a good thing, because we all know that moving embryos around is just one more way that things can go wrong with those embryos. And then the other thing is that during the pregnancy, you would be able to travel to and through New York, because it would now become one of the safe states, one of the green light states as far as surrogacy goes. So of course your contract's going to have travel restrictions, some of which relate to the state you're going to, and some of which relate to being close to your delivery hospital. But it would open up the opportunity for surrogates who need to drive through New York or who need to travel to New York for personal reasons to make that happen during the pregnancy. So even though this bill is in New York, it's going to have a big impact on New England surrogates. And it's, overall a great thing for everybody. So we hope it goes through. If you have any more questions about this New York bill or anything else, feel free to send us an email and we will try to answer your question on the next episode of Ask Catherine. Bye-bye.